Good evening, everyone. My name is Wade Baker. My father is Dan Baker. My mother is Emily Baker. And honored to be here with all our ancestors and all my relatives in this great Coast Salish kingdom. And on my platform, I would like to see a meaningful way to resolve conflict so everyone concerned are treated in a respectful manner. Number two, positive feeling of peace and goodwill with our nation's community. And encourage to celebrate entrepreneurs. We need to make sure that there's more entrepreneurs come up and working to put money into the system for the Squamish people. And encourage, appreciate, and recognize the band council staff. If it wasn't for them, our business as a council would come to a grinding halt. So my hands are up to the Squamish staff.
Thank you very much, Wade. So your question this evening is coming down from education. And your question this evening is for you is, if a student cannot receive funding regardless of living on or off reserve, what alternative can you bring to the nation, specifically post-secondary funding?
Education. We all know that IMAC is supposed to fund us with all our education is for our people to get ahead in this world. So it's up to the government to make sure that our funds come in for our children and also our adults can get educated too. I have learned that adults at 100 years old in the USA graduated at grade 12. 3 ladies back east, 8 years old, they graduated at grade 12. So it's never too late to get your education for an adult. It's for our youth as we become. When we get educated as an adult, the pride comes into us and we can let it out to our children, and we'll have much more knowledge to hand on to them when they grow up, and we go and show them the path how to get to whatever they need. And education is very important because all our people, we need this to go into that mainstream world out there. And it's a really tough place to walk out and step out of our comfort zone and go into this mainstream. So I want to make sure that the elders and the youth will all have good education moving forward. Good manner. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wade. Your cousin, appreciate that.
Taylor Hollis.
Ias Hop Tanoya, Taylor George Hollis, Queen Sna. T Swaam Chet Tina Twa Eslahan, Okumeo, Eotin Sequatal. My name is Taylor George Hollis, and peace to each and every one of you. I am a descendant of my great-grandfather and grandmother, Flossie, Stephen George, and Pana Josephine George. My grandmother is here this evening. She is B. George, and my mother is Lorraine George. My platform is education and strong communication. With strong communication and following the Bill C-27, I will make sure that each and every one of you are informed on all of the negotiations and agreements and how our money is being earned and spent by council. And also education is very important, considering traditional teachings is very important, and it promotes economic development and civil engagement with our youth. Thank you.
Set presentation. Wow, Cristobal Costa, station. So tonight your question comes from the values and beliefs category. And your question this evening is, what policies will be implemented to hold counselors accountable for sharing classified information?
Bill C-27. As I have stated, It keeps our council accountable and responsible. Because, like I said, we have to keep each and every one of you informed on how each and every one of our dollars are being spent and earned. And if not, you can state your issue to the Supreme Court of Canada. And if the council does not address your issue, the council has to address your issue within 120 days of the new fiscal new year. Thank you. My name is Taylor George-Hollis.
Thank you, Taylor.
Alice Gus.
Zahosia Eochtnaya and Hoita and Stoisius Backless has 12 success Hutton from Eochtnaya Mutu. My name is Alice Gus and I my grandparents is Joe Baker, Christine Cook, Austin Harry, and Harriet Harry Nicholas. My platform is that I believe that education, I really want education to drive the budget rather than the budget driving education. Because I'm stating that I do not want education in the back burner. I really want to focus on our children, but at the same time, my platform is language and culture. Yes, we have education, but we also have language and culture. Making our children be proud of who they are and stand tall, just like the cedar tree. We have all these branches that share the knowledge of who we are, but also we have the roots. The teachings of the grizzly bears to protect our children. The teachings.
Thank you very much. So your question this evening is coming from the culture category, and the question for you this evening is, how would you make a cultural traditions museum and library together in our community easier for our youth and community access? I'll read it once more. How would you make a cultural traditions museum and library together in our community easier for our youth and community access?
That's a good question because we have two communities. We have down south and we have here up north. Presently we have our Squamish Cultural Center, which is in Whistler. I know they are teaching a lot of language and culture there. They have a lot of the wool weaving, they have a lot of the cedar bark, they have a lot of the artists that are there. So I think no need to reinvent the wheel and find out what we already have and add on to it. Add on to, along with all the baskets, and utilize technology. It's been stated before of having the CD, doing it with the iPad, the laptops. Actually, CD is old school today. So I think even having apps, I heard there's supposed to be apps coming out for the iPhone and the iPad. So really working on history, because I am actually on the board, or I was helping with the board of directors with the Squamish Historical Society. And May 2nd and 3rd is our second annual Cultural and Heritage Festival. The first day is the schools, and the second day is open to the public. So I think all the more awareness of who we are and where we come from, be proud of the Squamish Show. You know, we gotta look within ourselves as a community of Squamish Nation. But you gotta look above that, look at what the government is doing to us. We don't want the government to do to us. We want to be strong as people, one mind, one body, one spirit. We're all going to work together. Yes, there's issues. Yes, there's problems. Yes, there's all that, but we need to work together as a team. And the teachings, the best is the culture. And the culture and the language of Bosnian.